Hey everyone, I'm Tom from FireYourBoss.xyz. Welcome to my car. I'm sharing with you the single most important tip that I could ever possibly give you to step into healing. And for many of you who are healing that never seem to step into wellness, to step into wellness from healing. 17 speakers from around the world, keynotes. I didn't come up with these on my own. I actually just got back from a health, healing, and happiness workshop and conference where I learned from 17 incredibly highly intelligent people, much smarter than I am, on these topic matters. And all of them resonated with one thing that was the most important, and it's also the one thing that is the most overlooked. And here it is, this one thing. They all recognized that what we put into our mouths is incredibly important and a pillar of health and wellness. But the thing that's actually more important than what we eat is what we think. Oh, Tom, it doesn't matter what we think. Just need a little willpower and a little bit of exercise and I'll be just fine. Show me one result anywhere in the history of the world that supports that. One result. Well, the person I heard it from didn't have a result to speak of either. That's what I thought. Let me expand on that for just a minute. Anytime I learn something life-changing or life-saving, I have to perpetuate that message forward. I can't help but not to. So thank you very much for watching this, and for those of you that share this to perpetuate these messages even more in a world that desperately needs it, thank you very much for doing that. All right, so I actually, for example, I have a friend who eats squeaky clean. She eats the most amazing superfoods, awesome diet, awesome human being. She's great. And you know what? She's got a cancer diagnosis. She is always so stressed out. She's gotten ulcers and all sorts of things just from being stressed out, mostly from relationships with other people. And some other stuff that she's had happen to her that was just so horrible. I mean, the stories that she told me, it's like, wow, you know, if somebody really wanted to use those as perfectly sound logic reason to be stressed out and maybe reactive and all these other things, man, perfect opportunity to find reason to be stressed out and all these toxic things that goes on in the brain. But for me personally, it makes no sense to do that. My friend, she's a beautiful person, so I'm not ripping on her by any means at all. I need to make a point for you boys and girls so that you understand this and you can maybe change something that's going on in your lives to get something that you want. But my friend, the missing link is this. I really believe that if she starts putting amazing things into her head religiously, in addition to the amazing foods that she's eating, then she can reverse the cancer. And I'm not going to make any claims like it's absolutely going to happen, because that just isn't right. But based on results of other people, I'm telling you, there are people that have been diagnosed of every cancer under the sun and every stage, including stage 4, who have gone on to heal without any medical treatment whatsoever. They went on to heal because they totally fixed what they were putting in their head, what they were thinking, what they believed, their personal philosophy, how they held what they believed to their heart, and how it affected what they do and how they feel on a daily basis, and eating really good food. So if you're just eating really good food and not addressing what's up here, you're gonna self-sabotage, and vice versa. You could self-sabotage. But as far as a priority, it's actually more important to feed your brain, because your brain, what you believe and how you hold on to it, is going to affect what you do. It'll affect how you feel. It will also dictate if you feel any stress, and if you do, how much stress you feel, and your blood pressure, and all those kinds of things. So you got this wellness thing happening for you now, right? You go from healing into wellness. It is holistic. Holistic is mind, body, and the spirit. All three. It can't be one, it can't be two, it has to be all three. Otherwise, all this really cool hard work that you do, the other great decisions, you could really sabotage yourself and null and void and maybe even become worse. So that's what I want to share with all of you. I hope I made the case. It's in the results. It's not just empty words. Those results are everywhere. Routinely, people like the Gerson Institute and the Living Food Institute and other places like them, they get people who were told by their medical doctor that there's nothing more we can do for you. Go home, get your finances in order, prepare to die. There are people like that who became open to something alternative, and they went to places like Gerson and Living Food Institute and other places and they got healed. And they're stronger today, cancer-free, disease-free. When you get cancer or a disease like that, that's just your body talking to you. It took years to develop that. Just a daily slight error in judgment that you've made every day for years that resulted in the disease, the cancer, the whatever it is. And almost all of them, if not all of them, but almost all of them at the very least, you can reverse, and you can even do it without medical treatment. Having said all that, I am not giving you anything here to go against or undermine your healthcare professionals, whether it's your medical doctor or if you're working with the naturopathic, whatever. I'm not giving you anything. What I am promoting, and I hope you take it this way, is for you to become a freer, more independent thinking human being who's conscious, who's awake, and start acting more like a human being and as a person than as a hospital patient. Just because some dude with long hair on a video said it's a good idea to do something that I think is a good idea, it doesn't mean that you should do it. It means you should do your research, be your own advocate, include your doctor, your alternative healthcare practitioners, or whoever that you have on your team. Think of them as teammates. At the end of the day, you have to make the decision, and you're the one that's going to live or die with your decision, or suffer, or whatever. So, really, let that sink into your head and become more free-thinking people. And I bet you will be on a path that leads you to the right decisions versus maybe decisions you've made in the past that got you into a messy situation, and maybe even turned a messy situation into an even messier situation. You can reverse that. You can draw a line in the sand. Like I told you earlier, I'm going to repeat it because it's so important. I want you to get it. There are people who have had it worse than you. Even if you've got cancer, there are people that had it worse than you. They had stage 4, they inoperable, whatever. People that were literally told there's nothing more we can do, go home and die. And they found a way to reverse it, and they're stronger, they're healed. And because they overcame such intense obstacles, they're telling their story, they're inspiring other people. There's a lady I learned about when I went to this health, healing, and happiness weekend conference and workshop that had 240, I think it was 240 tumors. Don't quote me exactly on the number. It was something in the hundreds. It was obscene that she shrunk into nothingness, into non-existence within 10 days. That is unbelievable. I don't know where that's ever happened in the medical community. And in the medical community, when there's a tumor that no longer exists, it's not because their immune system got stronger and they healed themselves from the inside. It's because they cut it out and didn't even address the root problem. That's absurd to me. But then again, you've got to really be your own advocate. I'm not going to tell you to do anything that goes against the advice or the suggestion or the recommendations of your healthcare professionals. All right? I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps you out a lot. If you feel like this is a really good message that needs to perpetuate out into the world, I would deeply appreciate it if you would click share, if you would like, if you would comment, get it out there. These messages, they're not about me. It's the message that I want to perpetuate. That's really important to me. And when I learn stuff like this, I'm going to share it. So if you like stuff like this, you might like other videos that I have too. So feel free to go to my website, fireyourboss.xyz, not .com. Go to fireyourboss.xyz. Dig around, pull out whatever makes sense for you. I've got thousands of other videos and blog entries, recipes, and on and on and on. Just pull out whatever makes sense for you, okay? And share whatever you'd like to share. I'll be making my next video real soon. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye for now.